pips, but we only count percent gain. Lit capital, come learn, interact, trade. No indicators over here, that's called the right way.
You know the vibes. It's lit side. Welcome to another episode of Pip Talk Podcast. The raw, unfiltered truths about what happens inside of the industry. Now, it's been a very long time.
Yes, 2023.
Long time. Happy New Year,
Happy New
you
Year to
filthy
everyone.
animals. You haven't seen us
You
in
ain't
quite
seen
some
our
while.
faces, man. We back.
But now we're back on your screens. So to the right of me, I have no one other than Jacob, the main man from Crenshaw
We
himself.
said neighborhood.
And today we have a very special guest, don't we?
Yes, we
do. He actually owns one of the most famous franchises. He doesn't, but we like to call him Benny Hana. Benjamin, how you doing, sir? You okay?
Benjamin Button.
Good. What's good, people?
Good
Happy to have you, bro.
Yeah.
Welcome. Obviously, this is a very special episode. Is this the first time we had guests?
No, we've had guests before, but it's the first time we've had a student.
Okay, big up Ben. First
Big up
student
Ben.
on the pod.
Large up Ben.
And Ben is part of our Discord community for those that are knowing what we do. So, how long you been a part of us now, Ben? It's been like a year and a bit.
I joined Lit Cap. It was about November, but I wasn't really trading. I was converted, but I wasn't really. I was kind of just in the Discord, waiting for some setups, but I wasn't really doing
weren't
a course or
active.
anything.
Right. Yeah, so obviously Ben is
Which is, before you go any further, which is like a lot of people. Like,
for sure.
a lot of
for
people, they hear about us,
Yeah.
they enter our Discord, they want to see what's cooking.
Mm-hmm.
After a while, they start to realize, you know what, you guys are lit.
Yeah.
I want to, pursue
Mm-hmm.
a career in trading. So big up yourself, Ben, because,
Therefore.
a lot of people step into the world, but they don't actually embrace
Persevere.
it fully. They
They
don't
get that
even embrace it
consistency.
fully.
It's true.
Like with all the services that we provide, live
Yeah.
streams, charts, daily analysis, like Q&As, tutorials. A lot of people don't take in
Take
all of it. They
advantage.
just take in one thing.
There's a lot of value, but
Yeah.
you got to learn to just extract that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the key thing that you've done, bro. And it's great to see that you've persevered with it as well. Because another thing is that people, it's hard to overcome hurdles as a trader. Everyone knows that, but you're gonna have times where you might not want to persevere. You might just jack it in. You might just want to quit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, defo props to yourself, bro, for actually saying, nah, I'm sticking the course and I'm actually gonna
definitely.
long this out. So, yeah, Ben. So obviously, what we want to do is we want to get into kind of how your progression's been with us since being with us, and obviously how you found our mentoring. Obviously, you've done the online mentoring. How you kind of found that, and what you kind of took from that and ran with it and made your own, like, in terms of your own strategy and stuff. So,
Yeah.
how did you find our course, bro?
I'm not gonna lie, it was hard at first because it's a chart and it's a voice, so it's no, I would say old school, but you have to really focus. So I was
Hold on 1 second. For those who don't know, we've got two courses, right?
Yeah.
We've got a one-to-one mentoring course and we've got an online course. Ben went through our online course,
just
right?
the online.
Through our website at litcapital.co.uk.
For sure.
Go for it.
So yeah, I was doing the courses, and I was, just a bit going through the motions. Like lesson 1, I did some homework. I know how to do that. Yeah. And then just keep doing it again. But then you kind of become more honest and like, do I know this? Because in school, like you get given homework, you don't do it. So it's like it's the same kind of things come back. So you need to like learn that I need to do the work. We ain't gonna work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I did the course. I went over it probably. I still go over it now. To be fair, I still go over it like probably each lesson 10 times, something like that.
There you go, bro.
Yeah.
Did you have any prior experience to trading, bro, before you actually?
I did. I joined IML. Was like in the start of the pandemic. There was a hype for IML. It was a hype
Don't
train.
get us started on there, man.
Yeah, it was a hype train, and I didn't even really trade. I just joined because people was joining.
Yeah.
So when
You
I
was chairman running. You was on the chairman.
yeah, no, I paid one subscription fee and then I cancelled it. I was like, I'm not paying £200 just to join a group,
Promote, yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't trade for a while. It was only till Pedro, he came and he DM'd me and just said like, oh, you should start trading.
Shout out Lobos, man.
big up-
He's
big
been
up
on my
Lobos.
case, like, shout out that guy.
The rodent.
Roden.
United rodent.
On, man,
Yeah,
but
big
yeah.
up Pedro.
So yeah, I joined Lit Cap and then, I joined the community. And then eventually I did a course and then, I just started building the habits and thinking, I want to do this.
Before you took the Lit Capital online course, you didn't have any trading experience?
Well, I dipped in and out of crypto.
Yeah.
That's not trading. It's just buying and holding. isn't it?
Investing.
Yeah, it's not the
Okay,
same.
cool.
So,
So you
yeah,
said
I had-
baby pips. You start there.
what
Did
do
you have
mean?
any experience on Trading View?
Yeah.
Trading view? No. It was my
Okay.
first time.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. So I had knowledge of stuff, but
Yeah.
not trading, not forex
Right.
trading.
Yeah. So you maneuvered pretty good, man. So
Yeah.
obviously, what made you want to get into the industry of trading? Like, what made you think, like, okay, I want to try my hand at this?
I just think the fact that you can work anywhere in the world, that's a
Okay.
big perk.
Right.
And working for yourself, the amount of people that get laid off in jobs, like
Yeah.
you're not responsible for your life.
Yeah.
You know,
In control.
so you're in control with trading, 100%, and the scalability as well. Like,
Okay.
if you want to scale up in your job, you might go up a tier, but in trading, if you want to scale up, you can 10 times
more
that
money.
shit. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
100%.
10x, shout out. GC.
Yeah. Cardona.
Yeah, but no, that's good, bro, man. I think your outlook on it and how you've kind of just pushed yourself to have the outlook you have on it is great, bro, because it's a testament to who you are and what you actually want from life. Do you know what I mean? You
Yeah.
kind of have to make a decision. You've obviously at some point sat down and reasoned with yourself or with others, maybe like loved ones, and said, "Raw, I want more for myself." Do you know what I mean? And that's kind of what you have to demand if you're gonna actually be successful in any element, not even just this element. You kind of got to demand that.
Yeah.
To be successful, you got to demand that in any aspect. So therefore, bro,
100%.
it's betting on yourself.
I think the biggest lie as well people tell themselves is like, you don't have time.
Yeah.
Everyone's got time.
Boy, tell him
Everyone has
again,
time.
bro. Tell him again, like.
So
Everyone's got
Ben,
time.
wait, let's just be clear for this episode, right? How old are you?
24,
Where are you from?
Southeast, Broccoli,
Broccoli, okay. And
SE4.
what's your background? What's your occupation? What do you do for a living?
I joined BT in an apprenticeship in 2014. So I've been with British Telecom, I think 8 or 9 years.
Okay.
So a long time.
Okay, so you've been with BT for 8 or 9 years. Let's just say you've been with BT for 9 years.
Yeah.
You had no prior experience in trading. You've dabbled in crypto. You've invested here and there. But ultimately, you've learned this skill set whilst you was working, or did
Pretty
you leave
much.
BT or what?
Luckily, with my job, I do shift work. So I'm on and off. So
Got you.
I do get time, but I'm still, if I'm working, I'm still on it, I'm
Yeah.
still doing what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, I've heard you on the live streams whilst you're at work.
Yeah,
I do
100%.
understand.
That's
someone who's
dedication.
committed,
Yeah.
Commitment,
sure.
exactly, and that's what's necessary to actually elevate. Like you said at the beginning, where you said you was looking at the homework half-heartedly, saying, "Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool,
yeah.
I know that," but like you have to then shift out of that mindset at some point and say, "Nah, this is a business at the end of the day. I actually have to make it my business if I'm
It's
gonna."
like all of
actually
those
do-"
habits when you're younger, they come crawling back. Like,
Yeah.
like teachers giving me homework. No, I ain't gonna do that.
Right,
It's
right.
like, yeah, but this teacher's gonna teach me my life skill, so I'm gonna do that.
No, for sure, man. And obviously, like going into passing the course, well, not even passing the course, but getting to the point where you feel competent in the markets, completing it.
Yeah.
And obviously, now you're on your own trading. You trading live. Like, how was your process of applying the information? Was you demoing at first, or did you just jump straight in?
So basically, I didn't do demo. I just went straight in.
Okay.
So I started with
big
like
fish.
I started with broker, like Axie, normal broker, but with like little boy money,
Right, right,
£200, like
Yeah.
it's not worth
Yeah,
it.
you're just dipping your toes.
So like I started doing challenges. I think it was March. I did a 5K my Forex funds, which is
Okay.
I think that's the best starter challenge because it's not much, but it's something.
Of course,
learn
yeah.
the
I mean,
process and that.
yeah, defo.
Yeah, so I passed the 5K. I think first or second time. I actually
Salute.
passed it first time. So I just
Wait,
did
what
a
was the
10K.
size? 5K?
5K, yeah. They're
didn't even
40.
know they had
They're like
it.
Yeah,
40.
you got small ones still.
40 quid, 45 quid.
Really?
So anyone that's a beginner, like you can't afford 40 quid.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, well then obviously
yeah.
everything. Look, it's all an investment on yourself. Right?
Exactly.
You're gonna have to, we buy books that are 40 quid at the end of the day
Yeah.
because we want the information. So it's just about what you're actually looking to do with it. So let's talk about prop firms. Like obviously it's a new, I don't want to say a new thing. How long they been about now? Like everyone's known FTMO,
Yeah.
MFF.
I think prop firms, you could say they've been about
about a year and a bit.
No, I'd say
Nah, longer,
probably like
but
5-6 years.
there's more come about.
Because
yeah.
there was
Okay,
one,
okay.
when we first started, there was one.
No, for sure.
Top Step, I think.
Yeah. Top step
There was-
effect.
They
No, I'm
was
with you.
really rubbish, but
I got you, but I think the question I'm asking is more about, they're very prominent now.
Oh,
like
yeah.
everyone is using them now. Do you get it?
I
So
think I think every person who's got money sees it as a profitable business.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
the reason why all these firms are coming about. 'Cause there's a lot of them are scamming people, but
100%. Yeah.
I digress.
Well, obviously, just talking about like, I'm kind of thinking about the popularity of it. How long would we say it's been like popular? I'd say a year and a bit. Like,
I don't really know, to be honest, because
Yeah.
I've known people who know about FTMO before, but I don't.
I think,
Well, could you maybe since 2020?
Yeah, I think
Around that
I think
time?
it's been popular in the US.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that hype has come
Has
over
kind-
to the
yeah.
UK. That's what I think. I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
it was
yeah.
banging in US
got
before
you,
it came
I got
over
you.
here.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think because when I look at funded traders on YouTube, a lot of them was American.
No, it's true.
Do you
It's
know
true.
what I mean? A lot of them was
yeah.
American using FTMO
Mm-hmm.
or a lot of them was using FTMO. If I'm honest with you, FTMO was kind of like they was kind of like
Standard.
yeah,
They were
you
the
know, they
standard.
was like
they're
the
the
big
they're
boys.
the main guys.
Yeah, they were the main guys, and then there was a lot of companies after that. I remember Josh, Pastor Pips, he would always say to me, there's this one,
Yeah,
check
it's
it
better
out.
than-
And I'm just like, bro, I ain't checking none of these.
Yeah.
not gonna
Some
lie to
people were doing the challenges and
Yeah.
getting no payouts, bro.
Really, yeah.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
I know someone, I don't want to say his name.
Yeah.
Offline, our
Right.
friend from Holland.
Okay.
He worked up $68,000 in commission, in profit, sorry. And
They ain't pay him out.
they didn't pay him out.
Yeah, it's
so,
mad, bro. It's mad.
yeah, it is very
Gotta do your research. Like, to be honest, like I literally did I started a new prop firm last month, but I didn't like go elsewhere because I did a lot of research on them.
yeah.
Got
So,
you.
you know, I didn't pay much for it. You know, we'll just see. I've seen good reviews. I've seen YouTubers talking about it, discount codes and that. So, you know,
Yeah.
we'll see.
What was the first prop firm you used, bro?
It was my Forex, yeah.
My Forex, okay.
Yeah.
And I guess, unless you want to ask questions.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay. What I wanted to ask you is based on you finishing the course.
Yeah.
Okay. You're doing quite well now, very well for yourself, which is the reason why you're here.
Yeah.
But you're trading multiple prop firms, correct?
Yeah, I would live only one, but I'm just doing a challenge with another. I haven't passed it yet.
So which other ones are you using?
It's called the Funded Trader.
Okay, tell me about this one. I haven't heard about this.
I've heard of it, but I
Yeah.
haven't actually looked at it.
I plugged you lot like a week or two
It's the
ago.
one where
Yeah,
that they give you up to a couple of mil, something like that.
I think it's the same as my Forex Fund 600k,
Okay.
Yeah.
but they have different challenges. But yeah, it's similar to MFF really.
Did Pedro tell you about this one?
No, I found it myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because Pedro told me about
But
the
another
other
one,
day,
Tradesy and that.
where
Yeah.
It's like they're giving away free.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
myth.
I
Sounds
wouldn't.
like-
I don't like that.
Sounds
to be
like a
honest,
myth still.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'll do it, but on
Yeah.
the side, but it doesn't really fit my trading style either.
you,
'Cause
got
you have to have like a 70% win rate,
Okay.
and I'm not trying
okay.
to. I'm not trying to win 70% of trades. Like,
Yeah.
You don't
yeah.
need to.
yeah.
So obviously, let's talk as well about the pros and cons and what you found about doing these challenges, bro. Like, what was the positives? Probably the positives about actually trading bigger capital.
Yeah.
But like
100%.
in order of the cons as well, like what do you find as like not to be jarring, but like what do you think is like there's a downside to it, if any, like if you do think about
for someone like
these prop
me,
firms.
I think the cons is very low.
Right.
Like, there's obviously your daily drawdown and all that rules like that.
Yeah.
And the phase one is 30 days, but to be honest, still pretty doable.
Reasonable.
Yeah. I'm only on a phase one. I'm not going to be risking more than 2% on a trade. So
Of course.
I'm not taking that many trades either. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to bust the daily drawdown. So that doesn't affect me.
And on average, bro, how many trades do you reckon you take? Like when you're obviously trying to pass the challenge, there is an element of like you got to be a bit more aggressive than what you would be if it was live, because then it's like I can kind of trade when I want.
Yeah.
But when you're doing challenges, it kind of, I don't want to say forces you into being. Yeah, well, there's a time limit.
It kind of does. It kind
There's
of
a
does.
yeah,
Let's
because of the
co- let's-
time
let's be
time
honest.
aspect.
I did, yeah. For some of the challenges that I passed, my trading style has changed a lot since I started to trade, obviously.
Right.
Like now, if I was to go, I wouldn't change anything, but now if I'm trying to pass a challenge, I just keep it completely the same as my live. I don't want to stray from the live. I don't want to stray to a different avenue and be change my trading style just to pass a challenge.
Of course.
I'd rather keep it strictly the same.
Yeah.
But if when I was passing challenges, I was taking more trades and forcing them a little bit more. But the thing about challenges is once you've got it, if you can just bank that and just don't ever like bust their account, then you're laughing, you know.
And
that's your capital.
was you focused on like one pair, or was you trading multiple pairs? Like,
Nah, just UU.
Okay, so
USD.
is that, what's that your favorite? Yeah.
Yeah, I just do that. Like,
Okay,
keep it simple.
USD.
There's no point looking like it's very like exciting to look at this pair, pair, but
you don't need it.
To. I just focus on the dollar.
Was you trading anything else prior before you decided, you know what, I'm just gonna do one pair?
Yeah, you know, I was dipping my toe in a bit of this, bit of that, you know, a bit of Bitcoin or. But then you're only doing that because you just want to
something,
you want to be like, oh, I caught a trade on Bitcoin or something. But I'm not about that. I just want to stick to one pair.
Money,
Easy.
Nah, that's a good mindset to have, bro. And
I think you were telling me that, Jacob.
Yeah,
stick to one pair.
Yeah, I mean, I say that it's advice. I feel like a lot of people overlook. It's very you can simplify it. Why wouldn't you want to simplify it? Do you know what I mean? Me and Val started out trading 8, 9 pairs. Yeah. And majority of the time we're only doing that because we have a community. We don't want to just limit to.
Yeah, you don't want everyone to be following the same. Yeah.
But at the same time, you know how we've kind of like branched out from that mindset is that like, bro, if we really home in on this, you can eat off this. You don't even need nothing else. You could really eat off of these. Like,
it's like there's that quote. Is it Bruce Lee or someone? He's like the master of 1,000 kicks. I'm not scared of the man.
Yeah. Practice.
I'm scared of the man who masters. If practices 1,000 kicks one time.
Right.
That,
no, I know. Yeah. Shout out Bruce as well. One of the icons.
Is it him? I don't even know.
Yeah, no, it is him.
Like
It is. But I know what you're talking about. But it's true though. Like, if we are looking at and to be fair, like, it's not to say you can't analyze whatever pair you want.
Yeah,
you can.
Their own. Yeah,
but are you gonna be in tune with it? Like, are you gonna be in sync with what it done last week? Are you gonna understand all of the things you need to know about it? Like, there's much more to it. I feel like as traders, we might overlook. For the simple fact of providing value. And that's what me and Vel was kind of compromising ourselves for, was just to provide the value. But at the same time, it's like, if we just do 4 or 5 pairs, that's enough.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are more experienced, so you can handle it. But like, if you're a new trader, I think you're gonna swamp your mind a bit.
Yeah, of course. It's like getting to know a female. I say it all the time. You know, you don't want to try to get to know 3 or 4 girls. You want to get to know one person. You know,
rather the devil you know. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, the mind can't take too much unless you're a true player for real now.
Pimping.
You know, but it's not easy.
No, for sure, definitely.
One of the things that I even want to speak about was just putting yourself into a position where you can actually learn to feel so confident with one pair that everything comes natural to you.
Therefore,
to get it. Like, I remember a couple of years ago, I don't know if I've said this I've said it on a live stream, but I haven't said it on a podcast. When I went to Mexico, I thought to myself, one time I was in the house and I just thought, I really want to get to know US 30 as well as I know myself. Like, how can I do that? How can I, because, you know, I used to send out some US 30 trades and they'd be all right, but the reality was, for the credit people was giving me, I didn't feel like I deserved that title to get it. So I thought, how can I really, really know this pair so much?
You need a bonding session.
You know, so I kid you not, right? I sat at my laptop for 6 hours. Yeah. Okay, 4 hours in one sitting. Then me and my partner at the time, we went out to go to eat and we came back because whilst I was in Mexico, the time scale was so different, bro. I used to have to jump on the live streams at like 3 in the morning. It used to be like 3 till 5. 3 till 5 or 2 till 3. I'm not sure what the time was, but I knew that if I'm up, 8 p.m., unless I'm going to bed now for a little nap, I'm up until the live stream. Then I used to sleep from 3, once I come off the live stream, maybe 4 a.m. to about 1 p.m. in the afternoon. Then I'd, start my day. Yeah. And one thing I'd done was I backtested one of our strategies that you would have learned, and I'm not gonna, give the strategy out on the session. But I backtested one of our strategies, and I said to myself, "Look, we've got a ton of different strategies we use. Let me start by the first one and see how well that works on this pair." And it took me about an hour and a half to 2 hours. I went back a whole year on the hour time frame, right, from where the current date was. It took me about an hour and a half just to mark out every candle. Right. Because once you mark it, you got to find,
where it played from.
No. Okay. You got to find the 50%.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually highlight the candle. Just to highlight the candle and find 50% of each one. It was a long time, bro. Going through it on an hour time frame.
Okay,
it's a long time, bro.
Yeah.
So anyway.
That's dedication, by the way.
Once I've done that,
you ain't got to do that. No, I'm just saying you have to do that.
So then, anyway, once I've done that now, I then started to, so first I marked out each box, and then I went back and I marked out each 50%. Because, you know, obviously, if you click on the drawing tool, you stay in drawing mode and just 1, 2, 3, 4, move screen, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
So I done all the boxes, I highlighted them, then I found the 50% of each one. And then I had to actually start seeing how the market reacted from each one.
Yeah, exactly.
Once I found how the market reacted, I then needed to discover what would be the average that the price needed to move in order for me to say, okay, I'm going to be interested in a pullback here to actually get into a trade. And then once I'd done that, I was playing it out on an hour time frame, right? I got a bit tired. I went to go eat. I came back and I continued. Now, by the time I got to the most recent date, I felt like I knew this pair better than I knew my mum, honestly. And I couldn't wait for the next day to actually see how the market would play out.
Yeah.
Because I literally sat there and felt like those 6 hours had amounted, maybe it was 5 hours, I don't want to cap. It was 5 hours of hardcore.
It's a long period.
Bro, I fell asleep by the computer.
Yeah, it's a long period.
Fell asleep. I've never done it before. And I can tell you, with all of my years of experience trading, I've never sat by a computer and spent that amount of time backtesting. I've never done it. I've never done it. And after I'd done that, I felt like, wow, I know this pair so much that if I spend another 5 hours of another pair, I'd know it just like the same. I wasn't prepared to do that, of course. But I did understand that now I found my pair. I found my bitch. This is me. This is the uncapped, unfiltered truth. So don't worry, we can swear. But my point is, I really felt like I had a connection with the pair, and sometimes that's what it takes. So for you to say now you're trading GBP USD, I'm sure, and we've seen, you had a really good trade.
You had a sniper, snipe mode, activated.
Entry.
I was lit.
Yeah, that was a
big up yourself.
Very good entry, bro. So I want to ask you a personal question. You don't have to answer if you don't want to, but I just want to ask you in regards to your live account, what is the account size? Just so you can kind of give people an understanding on.
So my first account, I haven't blown any accounts, so I've just been compounding them. So I passed a 5, I passed a 10, a 20, and 250. So overall, it's 135.
Okay.
Total. But I've got them split between two.
Okay.
So I did a little merge. So I got a 70 and a 65.
So you got $135,000.
Yeah.
Now let's just do the maths, okay? We teach people how to make 5% a week. Now you can understand by using certain strategies, risking 1%, a 3-to-1 R&R, you can easily get 3% in a day, maybe 5% in a week, 5% in a day, 6% in a week, right? But let's just go back to like the bare minimum here. Making 10% a month. If you can make 2.5% a week, that's 10% for the month.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
10% on 135,000 would be
13,500.
Yeah.
Would that be more than what your job is currently paying you?
Yeah, exactly. That's the beauty of it. Like, and to be honest, me myself, you know me, I've not even been trading for that long.
Exactly.
Like I still only risk 0.5% on live accounts. So
right.
you know, I'm not chasing the big profits now. I'm chasing the process.
I think it's the scalability, like you were saying as well. I think that's what you've embodied.
Once I'm not ready, but once I feel like, you know, I can. It's all about what you're happy to lose on each trade. If I'm not,
of course,
if I've not assessed the risk, if that's affecting me, I'm not gonna risk that much.
Yeah.
So the moment that I've mastered that, I'll just scale up. You know, I've got the capital there. Just scale up.
Salute, bro. So as well, like, so what have you found? Like, obviously, embodying being a trader and stuff. Like, what's your daily routine become? Do you know what I mean? Like, how are you processing each day? Are there days where you don't trade? Are there days where you look forward to trading? Are you checking fundamentals? Like, what's your routine each day?
My routine every day, I do 10 minutes on investing.com and FinViz, just reading articles, just forcing myself to read.
Where'd you get those from?
What do you mean?
Those websites. How did you hear about those websites?
Yeah, it's from you, isn't it?
I deserve some accolades.
Yeah, no, you was actually saying that on the live stream one time, like, just read, I think you were saying to the students, just read one article a day. Just on something, get some knowledge from it. Like, even if you don't get any knowledge, you've read something, you know, it's the discipline. So I do 10 minutes of that. I started doing a breathing meditation as well. It's called the Wim Hof.
Oh yeah, you mentioned it on the live stream.
I actually did try that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I heard everyone talking of this hype on the live stream one day, and I said to myself, "Child, let me give it a try."
What did you do? How did you find it?
I've done it once and that was it. I'll be honest with you.
But do you know what it is with
alright,
stuff like
but
that? It's
I don't see how I'm benefiting.
no, but
Yeah,
you got to form the habit though, bro.
It's the habit,
It's
yeah.
a habit.
What though?
No, but if you do it once, it's not a habit.
Yeah, but the habit of what, bro?
The habit
Time to
of
breathe.
the habit. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
that's what it
Hold
is.
my
So
breath for
it's-
2 minutes. So I'm not trying to go be no Olympic diving, swimming shit.
But yeah, but it's putting yourself out your comfort zone, isn't it? I find that.
No,
It's
I
like
get you.
it's like having a cold. Like I started taking cold showers and stuff. Like
I wouldn't
Yeah,
mind.
I really
cold
want to
shower.
try that, by the way.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
yeah.
mind really want
Cold
to try
shower
that.
or actually just meditating. But that to me was like, nah.
yeah, it's
Me,
easy
yeah,
to learn. And I wouldn't say it's directly related to trading, but it's something that's helped me. It
It's
helps me
helping
calm
you keep,
down.
it's
you know.
helping you stay in a calm, zenful
Yeah,
mindset. So of course,
And when you're in that state of not breathing, it's actually the time when you can actually meditate.
Right.
When you put a meditation on, you're like your mind's elsewhere. You're not really like meditating. So it's just
yeah,
the
but shout
balance.
out my guy Dr. Joe Dispenza. He really's got me.
Yeah.
Who's that?
That's
Shout out
different.
Ned as well.
That's
I'm in that
different.
room
That's
with
different.
Dr. You don't know about Dr. Joe Dispenza?
Nah,
We'll give you a book. Tell them the book.
Yeah, Becoming Supernatural.
is it?
It's a powerful book.
Yeah, I need
it's
to read
fit. It's
that.
a thick book, pause, but it's lit.
Yeah, another habit
That
as
changed
well.
my outlook on a lot of things, not even just trading, but it changed your outlook on a lot of things. If you're into meditation anyway,
Yeah.
you realize that, you know, your brain is powerful. Like
Trust
you
me,
can actually
yeah.
make it do things. Like, but that's more of a manifestation thing. But again, it's still part of
Yeah,
the outlook we potentially have as traders. It's
Yeah.
necessary to have. Do you get it? So,
yeah.
but yeah, going back to your like daily routines, what did you find about like what kind of bad habits did you feel you had to overcome? Like, what was you know, because you're still, I don't want to say you're a beginner, but like,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
would
as
say,
you're going
yeah, I'd
through
say so still.
the phase of progressing and elevating, like, what bad habits did you notice about yourself? Because trading does teach you
Yeah, 100%.
a lot about yourself.
Yeah, it does.
So yeah, I started. I think it was about from March when I started trading. Really, I started reading. I was like, I'm gonna read a chapter every day, chapter of a book every day. And I think so far, I think I've read 6 books since like March or something like that. So that's a discipline as well. just
Salute, bro.
Reading
That's
a
good.
chapter every day,
Yeah.
you know, and then just not doing things that are bad for me.
No, but
Yeah.
what was bad for you? That's
Yeah,
what I'm
like,
like,
you know,
what
like,
was bad for you?
There's plenty of things, like whether it's like you might be just spending too much time playing video games or Instagram or just like bad habits, general bad habits.
Yeah.
If you just go like, you know what, I'm not gonna do that anymore. Like listening to motivational speeches every day, just
That's good.
with building good habits. I think that's the main thing.
Changing your routine cycle. That's
Yeah,
good.
because like when I'm in a trade, I've set my alerts, I've set my TP, my SL,
Yeah.
stop loss, and I don't need to look at the charts because I know exactly what's where it is. If it's going to my stop loss, I know it's going there. If it's going to my TP1, I know it's going there. So the more I keep looking at my MetaTrader, not even MetaTrader, I don't even look at that, but
Yeah.
even if I keep looking at my trading view, it's just gonna give you emotions like, oh, it's up, it's down, it's up. Like it's not necessary.
Yeah, salute, bro.
Keep emotions out of it, I think.
So obviously, so just to wrap up on that chapter, obviously, so like, what advice would you give for like a newbie, like a beginner? If someone was to say, I want to learn about trading, like, what habits would you form, and what would you tell them, like the do's and don'ts of, how to cut out mistakes potentially? What would you say to a newbie?
I'd say just learn every day. Like I know people, they like to be like, oh, I'm gonna come off the charts for a bit, I'm gonna take a break, but each to their own. But I find like just doing a little bit every day, becoming a better trader every day.
Right,
It's a long process. Not only say long process, but it's a life process. It's not something you're just gonna be like, I'm a big boy trader now.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just learning every day, build good habits, do a prop firm challenge as well. I would even say like my cousin was getting interested in trading as well, like, just what it's all about. I'd say just do a prop firm. Like even if you're not a good trader, I'd say do they're 40 quid. Like just learn on the job. If you don't pass it, well,
Yeah.
do another.
Shout out my
Rinse and
Forex
repeat.
funds as well, because they are really changing the game.
Yeah,
because
they are plugging
40
it.
quid.
Yeah.
Listen, man,
that's unheard
bet
of,
on
man.
yourself. Bet on yourself. At the end of the and we ain't getting paid, by the way. But if you want to cut the check, you know where we at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But no, shout out to you, Ben, man. It's actually an inspiration to hear,
Yeah.
what you've been doing and the habits you've been forming, and you're definitely dedicated, because we chat to you almost every day on the live stream, bro.
Yeah.
So it's definitely like you're someone that's live in the flesh now.
Yeah.
We met before? We ain't met before, right? In the flesh.
No, first time.
Have you met him before?
Nah.
man.
So live in the flesh, meeting you. So yeah, man, breath of fresh air, bro. But obviously going into
But that's the thing though.
Yeah.
Just to pause on that there. It's like sometimes when you speak to someone so much and you see them on camera or you see
Yeah.
familiar, innit?
Second nature, innit?
yeah, you get to know someone so much that when you see them, it's kind of like,
Yeah. What's
What's
good,
going on,
Brody?
bro?
What you saying, Brody?
I mean, through the course, innit?
Bro,
Jacob's
course.
voice in my ears.
yeah.
It's soothing voice.
There you go. but also, bro, man, like you've been a part of our community for quite a while, okay, and really you've shown today, and I just want to give you your flowers that you've been consistent. You, at the end of the day, if you don't try, you don't know. You know, if you don't go down the road of opportunity, you'll never see any road of reward. And for you to be consistent whilst you're at work, being on live streams at work, do you get it? Like rotating your shifts, or whilst you're on a rotational shift, you're on the live stream, bro. Sometimes you've got to be on the live stream on mute, but you're just there. Do you get it? And
Present.
when you turn up to things, bro, that's when things start to happen for you. So as much as things might have been slow to start, bro, with consistency and persistency, bro,
Trust me, yeah.
there can only be a reward from that. And
Therefore.
one of the also good values that you've provided to us that we're grateful is your experience in cryptocurrency. You're very knowledgeable in that field because you do a lot of research, which is good. And there's a lot of times you bring things to our attention which we don't necessarily even know about.
Yes, sir.
So there's even a few questions today that I want to ask you about crypto, just because I know you have a bit more experience. I know, Jacob, you wanted to ask some questions.
Taking some losses as well in crypto.
Of course.
Not big boy ones, but you know, like.
No, of course.
Well, let me ask
Part of the game, like.
Sizable.
Part of the game.
let me ask you, 2023, because I don't think we've covered Bitcoin yet.
Nope.
Where do you see Bitcoin going, Ben?
That's a sticky one.
For this year?
I don't even know, to be honest. Like, I feel like it will go up, yeah. I feel like it will. But yeah, it's been ranging
Do you
for
reckon
a while.
it'll take out the high, last year's high?
What even was the last year's
It's like
high?
68.
60.
No, that wasn't last year's high, though. That was 2021.
Do you reckon it'll take out the high?
Nah, personally, I don't think so. What do you think?
Boy.
I think it has the power to do so. I think one thing that we have to always take into consideration is the major market participants who own the majority of crypto haven't yet bought. When they buy, prices will rocket.
Of course, yeah.
And then once price starts rocketing, they're going to put us into a position where they start pumping out good news, positive news on the media. And the media's going to want us to buy it.
Well, I mean, even now, like, what's it gone up to 24K? People are starting to be like, ooh.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of bull run, like, this is the bull run commencing. I've seen it a lot on Twitter, but crypto Twitter is a dangerous place to actually take advice from, bro, because there's a lot of hopefuls on there. Propaganda.
People don't even know what they're talking about. They're just, like, baby dog coin or something.
But obviously, it's all about.
It could be though.
No, it could. No, you're right. But I actually got I got some technical analysis on it. Like, I think it could run to 28, 29K.
Yeah.
But that doesn't necessarily suggest it's a bull run. Like, you get what I mean? When you look at the time frames on a higher perspective, it's been dropping forever. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So it depends on how you're actually looking at it. Like, if you consider 24K, was it 24 to 29? Yeah, that is quite a big move. But is it, you know, are we going back to 50K? Are we going back to 60? That's where I would consider, you know, we're actually getting the shift. Going back to 28, 29K, it's possible, but that doesn't mean, you know, we should start thinking about investing in it. Personally, I don't think so. But obviously, me and Vel have been discussing that 2023, our potential outlook on it, what the developments are on crypto as well. Like,
and that could also be another reason as to why Bitcoin may actually take out the high.
Of course.
At least rival the highs. You know, breaking above 30, 40, 50K. Because there's a lot of development from an infrastructural perspective when you've got central banks now. Who not long ago, you know, we had big financial institutions like JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley.
Writing it off.
You know, Jamie
and then they was buying it.
You know, coming out saying crypto is a scam. Bitcoin more specifically is something you'd waste your money. Even Warren Buffett. I saw a video the other day. He was like, if there was, what do you say? If
$25 worth of Bitcoin. If you offered me all the Bitcoin for $25, I wouldn't buy it.
But prior to that, he was like, if you offered me 25,000 pieces of stock for this company for 25 million, I'd buy it. For airline stock, I'd buy it. For this, I'd buy it. If you offered me all the Bitcoin for $25, I wouldn't buy it.
That's mad.
Because it will do nothing. But the reality in what he's saying and the reality in what they're all saying is they're all kind of controlled. And they all have an agenda. You know, and that agenda is for them to make money off of the backs of our money.
Trust me.
Do you get it? So I personally, I'm quite intrigued to see the development of the central bank digital coins.
Yeah.
Because that ultimately is showing you that the infrastructure is developing behind closed doors, even if they're telling us one thing.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm optimistic. I don't want to sit here and sell anyone a dream and tell people I think Bitcoin can go to 100K this year, but I'm optimistic that at the end of the day, the crypto space is evolving, which means Bitcoin should evolve with it, unless something catastrophic happens with Bitcoin, which is the reason why it depletes and it goes to zero.
Yeah.
I don't see a reason why people are just. It's like Nike, right? Let's say Nike's got a competitor, Adidas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nike is never going to go out of business, bro.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. They might be rivaled, but they're never going to go out of business.
Yeah,
people
for
aren't
sure.
going to stop buying Nike.
Yeah.
There's got to be a big reason for people to stop buying Nike.
No, definitely.
And that's how I feel about Bitcoin.
Yeah.
There's got to be a very big reason for people to stop buying Bitcoin.
My outlook on it is that, like, with Bitcoin specifically, obviously it's the leading market cap in the crypto space, right? But if we actually look at crypto as a whole, it's actually a speculative space right now.
Yeah.
As in, nothing's regulated. There's no institutions backing it. Nothing like that, right?
Mm.
So everything is speculative funds, right?
Yeah.
So where we're heading into a recession, or we're actually in a recession, right? Andrew Bailey said we're in a recession. Whatever's happening with Jerome Powell and Joe Biden, they're not really letting off.
They're denying it.
They're denying. They're not really saying, but the stats prove we're in a recession, right?
legit.
So if that's the case, we've seen what the stocks have done last year, plummeted. Okay. Now that's something where, you know, over a specific amount of time, you're getting whether it's
Down
an annual
20% as
return.
well. Let's just add that in.
Of course.
Over 20% decline.
But like those are the things where you can get dividends and you can get annual returns. So if you're not seeing those returns, why are you gonna take your profits, so to speak, and go to a speculative market?
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to do that. I don't think it makes sense for an investor who really looks at the fundamentals and looks at the world economic outlook.
Yeah.
You're gonna go and put your money into a speculative market. So that's why I feel like Bitcoin may not actually come back from it, because until we get regulation and more clarity, whether it be CBDCs actually being implemented, I don't see how the crypto space booms.
And also,
But that's just my opinion.
What even is the price of Bitcoin? Like, as you say, like there's other coins out there that are arguably better than Bitcoin.
Exactly.
Bitcoin's just the Mac Daddy, isn't it?
Well,
So-
yeah. But obviously, it does move the market, so we do have to respect
Of
it.
course, yeah.
Got to show
yeah.
it some respect, but at the same time, will it be
Utility.
number one forever?
Yeah.
When institutions get involved and things like that, we don't know.
Yeah, maybe it won't be a utility. Maybe it'll just be perceived as gold, as like what people have said for so long.
Yeah.
Maybe Bitcoin will just be used as a store of value, a store of wealth.
Right.
You know, only the so-called elite will have Bitcoin, which means that they do pump prices to 100K plus. Maybe how they will have it is, you know, Bitcoin is your savings.
Yeah.
You know, your savings is measured on how much Bitcoin you have, because for the past 6-7 months, I've been living in Dubai, and I can tell you for free that the technology in Dubai is improving so much that it is inevitable that digital currency will be the part of their future.
Right.
Okay, they're on the verges of talking about things like air taxis.
Uh-huh.
Air taxis.
Saudi,
They're
Saudi
looking
as
to
well.
build a
Nuts,
fucking
yeah.
city
Yeah.
around the Burj Khalifa in the sky, bro. And it's gonna be, and the city is gonna be taller than the Burj Khalifa.
Wow.
In Saudi, they're looking to build is it 1 kilometer?
Yeah, that crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Wall. Yeah, I see that.
You
They're doing that right now.
You know,
I see
and
that.
they will have air taxis there. So
Okay.
again, we would be naive to think that crypto won't be a part of this. No one ain't gonna be in the sky handing out change for it to drop on the floor, bro.
Yeah.
For it to drop back
Nah,
down.
that's cool.
It ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, no, definitely,
No,
man.
it's just flying out the taxi.
Sorry, bro. I just dropped a tenner.
It's true.
Can we go back down and pick it up, please?
Yeah.
It ain't gonna happen.
Nah,
you know?
100%.
And then
I'm
you
with you.
also got to think Amazon. You know, they're also people that are leading the line for this whole blockchain development stuff. They've got supermarkets now, where you just scan the
Yeah,
code.
you can go in there with
Yeah.
nothing.
Amazon
As long as
Free.
you've got an account,
Yeah.
you don't even need no money or nothing. So
Yeah.
I've definitely seen that. But obviously, going back to the crypto space is like, and the recession, coupling both in things, it's like we've seen lengthy layoffs from all of these tech companies.
Yeah.
Like, so Twitter have laid off
That's true.
X amount, Amazon have laid off X amount. So where we're seeing the recession unfold, I think people in those companies, they're looking at the earnings and they're trying to think, where can we actually grow in the earnings perspective? Because laying off all the workers, you are going to save some money, but they're obviously still a bit worried about the economies. Otherwise, they wouldn't be laying people off.
Yeah.
So how they then are planning to then shift, or if they are planning to shift into the crypto space, why are we back in Bitcoin?
Yeah.
Why is it Bitcoin has to be backed? I'm not sure. I'm not
get
sure
you.
about that.
I get you.
But CBDCs as well is another thing we've seen. We done a segment on TikTok about Russia and Iran, talking about stable coin. They're talking about backing a stable coin with gold.
Yeah.
You know, what do you think that will do for the space?
Yeah.
Because that's a
very
direct rival.
interesting. Yeah, because like countries like Iran, they're not even like they don't have a proper central bank.
Exactly.
The America doesn't want to deal with them,
Right.
you know. So if they're gonna team up with someone like Russia,
Yeah.
and like with all the gold they've got, they're rich.
And they actually I remember it's weird as well, because even before any of these articles surface or even any of these talks surface, I remember back in 2021, Russia was buying a lot of gold.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Like, but we
yeah.
didn't really see the correlation, but it's always something that they're thinking about behind the scenes that, you know, later comes out and you're like,
Yeah.
you start piecing it together, you're like, maybe that's what that's for. Do you know what I mean?
Because everything's so like built on leverage, isn't it? Like, what is the dollar? What's the value of the dollar? What's the value of everything?
Yeah.
You know, like if you actually want to go back to, you know, the basics, like it's commodities that it's the value, isn't it?
100%.
Like back in the day, like you'd be like, oh, I want a piece of bread, isn't it? Like that was the value, bro, back in the day.
And now that we mention the dollar, let's have an honest discussion. Has the dollar topped out? What do you guys think?
I'd like to
honestly.
I'd like to say that it has, but there's just too much of an invested interest for them to tank it. So unless everything else is looking to fall, unless they're looking to let all the dominoes slide.
But even with the CBDCs that they're talking about, you don't
maybe
think
it has.
they're trying to.
You know what? You could be right. Maybe with the CBCs now being so more prominent on our screens, maybe
it must be because again, think about what I just said with. We heard about Russia buying all this gold 2021.
Yeah.
Now 2023.
Yeah.
We're hearing about these talks about a stable coming back. So we don't fully know the timeline of when they're trying to implement stuff.
No, you could be right. I think you could be right.
Have we seen the dollar tap out? Because it's been
it's been declining.
It's been hitting the deck. Let's keep it real. From the highs it was at, it's been hitting the floor pretty hard.
Everything is digital anyway. If you go anywhere, you just use Apple Pay. It's not you don't use cash ever. You don't even transfer money. You just it's just like it's
true.
air.
You see, and you know, you talk about digital, right? And that's kind of one of the closing topics I wanted to talk about was avoiding scams, because there's a lot of scams right now going about.
Them fake accounts you got.
Clip this, okay?
Yeah.
I've only got one Instagram. It's litcap_Vel. Is that my Instagram?
Yeah.
Litcap_Vel. I will never approach you asking you to invest money.
Talk about
I will never ask you for anything.
I'm not asking you how the crypto season's doing.
Not asking you how your trading's
I don't care.
Unless you ask me a question, I'm not just going to randomly appear in your DMs.
Right.
So if I'm asking you, or if I'm so-called asking you to send me money via cryptocurrency,
drop it out.
Please, man.
Common sense, please.
Please. And for some of my friends who have been hit up, I'm disappointed in you.
Yeah.
Because you could have contacted me by my phone on WhatsApp and said, bro, you asked me for this. Do you get it? I've got over 4 or 5 friends, bro, that's been scammed.
Yeah.
4 or 5 friends. That's been a scam.
Buy those accounts.
Buy those accounts, bro.
How do you even fall for that?
Do you get it?
Bro, they send you the convo and you're like, bro, you actually thought that was me.
Do you know what I'm saying?
What are you talking about?
You know?
I'm not sending you no wallet address.
I just wind them up. Just be like, oh, I'm just, message me back in 2 days.
No, but please, guys, it's imperative, man. Avoid the scammers. Like, I'm not adding you and re-adding you, adding you and re-adding. I'm not, how many accounts you think I got to manage?
Come on.
You know what I mean?
It's one of those ones where, like, you literally, like, we all get caught off guard and it's like, you might be thinking, you might have had to be just so tired and you think, oh, yeah. Like, it's just one of them little off chances. That's how people get got.
Yeah. No, I hear that, but it's just, I think our industry, it happens a lot.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it is one of the industries where there are people portraying to be someone that they're not.
They're not, yeah.
And, you know, where we kind of have to provide, or we're trying to provide value, with public profiles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was even thinking of going back to private, but I'm like, I can't really do that.
Yeah,
I think that's where, I think that's what's like the bad kind of name of trading, because 95% of people, I don't know about 95, but there's a lot of scammers.
Yeah.
But I think I was watching a podcast with you lot, I think last year, and I think you said a comment like, if there's so many sharks in this industry, there's got to be some real guys, you know.
Of course.
If people are pretending, if people are pretending to be like
someone,
it is a
Lambo
compliment to the
drivers, with the rollies, like there's actually, if they're pretending to be them, there must be people like that.
Yeah, for sure.
It is a compliment to the industry. It's
exactly.
It's like designer brands. You know, you get fake Gucci,
knockoffs.
fake
Yeah,
Louis
it's true.
It's a compliment to the brand. That clearly this brand is so it's so well respected
Yeah.
that we can make a fake and people still gonna
People
buy
will
it.
buy
And
it.
people
yeah.
don't need, and when you're like doing your Forex journey, you don't need people's approval.
Yeah.
Simple as that, you
That's
know.
what I'm saying. But that's with Instagram. It's like people are messaging me. It's like, bro, I ain't even got no convo with you on here. You've never messaged me before. So why am I gonna come out and be like, yo, bro,
Hey, buddy.
you profiting off the crypto?
Yeah.
No, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, use your brain. Like,
So one last thing actually that I would say is, Ben, you actually informed me about these crypto funds.
Index, yeah.
yes, sir.
Talk to us a bit about that.
Well, yeah, I was doing a lot of research on crypto stuff like last year,
Yeah.
but too much to be honest, because
Yeah.
I should have just been using that energy for trading.
Yeah.
But yeah, like mining, all of that stuff. But yeah, I just came across that index fund. So it's like you got a metaverse index fund, you got like Ethereum index fund. So yeah, if you're looking to invest, instead of not going into each coin, you can just do it in the fund, like
and I think
like
that's
a stock fund.
that's really, really, really beneficial. 'Cause a lot of people don't actually know where to put their money.
Yeah.
And if you've got your money spread inside of a fund, which now means your money's across 10 or 15, 20 different assets, you're now balancing out the good eggs with the bad eggs, and hopefully you're getting an overall projection of a good result. So I think, what's the website?
Token set.
Token Set.
Yeah, token
I think it's
set,
Token
yeah.
Sets.
Sets. Sorry.
Token Set or Token
Yeah.
Set.
I personally haven't even used it. I just recommended
Haven't
it
you?
to you lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got involved in it myself personally,
Yeah.
but because you mentioned it to me, I wanted you to be
Yeah,
the guy
yeah,
that
of course,
brought it up.
yeah,
But
yeah.
that's also another reason why I think the crypto space can work out quite well, bro.
No, of
I think
course.
with all of these type of the metaverse, and we've already had a episode on the metaverse, so we won't get into that. But the metaverse, I think, is a very big supporting aspect as to how the crypto market can evolve. So
Right.
I think we can wrap it there because we'll go on forever.
Yeah.
But Ben, thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us,
taking
bro.
the
Yeah, I
time
appreciate it. Like, cause I was a bit skeptical of trading in the start anyway, cause I had bad experience with
Yeah.
IML. So I was
Frauds.
converted by Vel and Co.
Yeah.
and Jacob. Yeah.
Yeah, and on the topic of avoiding scammers, you know what I'm saying? Don't go down them
If
platforms.
you're thinking
man.
about
if you want to
touching,
actually,
if you're thinking about
Yeah.
heading over to IML, head over to litcapital.co.uk.
just check
If
us
you've had
out.
a good experience or a bad experience with IML, contact us. Contact me personally at Cavell at litcapital.co.uk or Jacob at litcapital.co.uk.
litcapital.co.uk.
And I promise you guys, you will see the difference.
Yes, sir.
One of the most important things when you're trading is having a start date and an end date. You don't want to join something not knowing when you're going to be able to graduate. You want to be able to understand, if I start this journey now, once I finish this journey, I'm going to have the result. So one thing I want to say to you guys is, if you're watching this video now on YouTube, make sure you like, subscribe. You know the vibes. It's lit side.
Remember, guys, every day
Is
money day.
Money day.
Money
Money
day.
day.
Peace.